I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with the whole very, very long journey that I've been on with Hannah. I'm hugely proud of what she's achieved and continues to achieve. And I'm really excited about the fact that she's going in with so much more experience, with so much more confidence, and probably a significantly greater amount of potential enjoyment for what she's got ahead of her. I've learnt a huge amount from her. I know my coach, but I feel she's actually taught me an awful lot. An unbelievable wife, and a great family, values. There's a significant amount of support for what the two of us do, if you like, from everybody else, from Hannah's brothers, and certainly from Carmel, my wife. There's no way, it's been referred to before as this, as she's the glue that holds it together. And the older I get, the further down the road we go. I can't emphasise that enough. I don't get the opportunity to say it very often, but it would be impossible without that. So the team structure within the family is significant. The privilege of having an influence on young people's development in some way, the privilege of having the opportunity to say something that perhaps is based on your own experience or what you've seen, that they may or may not take on board, but having the opportunity to say something, and also the opportunity to watch how they develop and continue to learn yourself. I think as I've got older, younger people are much more extraordinary as time goes on. We're dealing with so many different variables that I didn't as a young swimmer or a young person. And it's extremely challenging, the world right now, and I feel the voluntary sector for swimming is incredibly important. I think as a tool for society, it's the best social worker in town is any club environment, any sports environment, any activity that keeps children interested. So a huge amount of responsibility and sense of satisfaction and enjoyment and challenge. Right, a master swimmer? Don't see anything as a barrier. I do sometimes have some pilots that would go swimming, would come back and say, oh, my freestyle is terrible, what should I do? And normally my first comment would be, if you ever get the chance to have a look at yourself swimming, you'll be able to evaluate what it might be that needs either changing or adapting, but don't assume it's as bad as you might think. So get a colleague to use a phone and video at some point, and don't be afraid to do that and have an honest look. Focus on the small things, focus on staying flat in the water, pushing and gliding and streamlining. Enjoy the challenge of getting the breathing pattern right, but don't be too hard on yourself. And build very slowly. Build slowly into the volume of work that you do. And do be aware of time and pace, but don't put pressure on yourself. Always enjoy yourself.